What makes the Happy Tax experience unique? 55% of Americans hire a tax professional to help them file their tax returns. This encompasses everything from having one do the job from start to finish, to preparing your return yourself, then consulting one to ask questions or check your work. Happy Tax provides both of these options for you. But the Happy Tax experience isn't synonymous with your typical tax franchise. If taxes were a fun topic, think of upgrading from a county fair to an amusement park. The value and peace of mind of a CPA doing your taxes. Believe it or not, in most parts of the United States, there are stricter regulations to cut hair or sell hot dogs than there are to assist Americans with what is often their largest financial transaction of the year, filing taxes. According to a Go Banking Rates study, 28.5% of Americans go to a CPA for their taxes, and just 8.3% rely on a brick-and-mortar chain such as H&R Block. Of that 8.3%, many opt for them because there's no private accountant in their area, or it is, or just seems, cost prohibitive. Happy Tax differs from tax chains and franchisors in that we only permit licensed certified public accountants to become our franchisees. CPAs must go through rigorous training and education requirements in order to get licensed and are recognized by the IRS and state tax departments as being able to communicate with them on all of your tax matters. So you don't need to call the IRS if there's issues with your current tax return or even past returns. Most tax franchise employees are not licensed and may only be required to pass a simple exam and training in order to work there, and are only legally allowed to contact the IRS concerning tax forms they prepared for you, and not your entire tax situation. As an additional bonus, if you've typically gone to a franchise but didn't always get the same tax preparer, you now have the security of the same CPA regularly handling your taxes every year. With our transparent upfront pricing, Happy Tax franchisees offer the same quality and value of going to a private accountant and know for sure if it's in your budget range. Happy Tax values your time and lifestyle. There's an old saying about how lost time is never found again, and Happy Tax certainly believes in it. And taxes definitely take time. The IRS estimates that it takes the average American 16 hours to fill out a standard 1040 tax return. If you don't have a very complicated tax filing situation, it may take less time, but the IRS intentionally uses confusing language in all of their forms and instructions, which even the smartest and most well-read person can make costly mistakes with. And if you've typically gone to a private accountant or tax franchise with a brick-and-mortar office, you know that it can get incredibly time-consuming. You wait to get seen, the appointment can drag on because of fires that need to be put out, and that's not counting the time it takes to strap the kids into the car and get to the tax office just to have to do it all over again once your tax return is finished. You can easily lose a whole day to this, or even more if you find out that you're missing forms or they need more information from you. What makes Happy Tax different? No matter what your tax filing needs are, we have a convenient solution. We have a self-submit portal if you prepared your return on your own but don't want to mail it in, and tools like tax software and free files sound intimidating. And if you'd like one of our CPAs to handle it for you, all you need to do is find your local Happy Tax franchisee, and they will send a courier to pick up your documents at any location and time of day that works for you. Your home, your workplace, a coffee shop, or anywhere else you happen to be, so we can focus on getting your taxes done on time, and you can focus on that big project or time with your family. A Happy Tax representative will then conduct a brief tax interview with you over the phone so the CPA can prepare your return. And all you need to do from there is make arrangements to get your documents back by mail or courier. You don't need to jump through intense hoops to get an appointment, herd the kids into the car, and spend hours in a waiting room. We strive to make the Happy Tax experience as pleasant and convenient as possible, so we can do what we do best while you carry on with your busy schedule. You don't have to be financially or technically savvy. There's many kinds of tax services out there for every price point and need. Happy Tax focuses on superior quality by having your taxes prepared by CPAs only, and on delivering a stellar customer experience that both small tax offices and large franchises can't compete with. But most of all, Happy Tax franchisees know that you are coming to them with a need that self-preparation can't fulfill, and you'd like to get the most value out of their expertise. Many tax outfits will expect you to have a certain of tech savviness and financial know-how in order to get the most value out of them, while on the other end of the spectrum, a lack of financial smarts is often used in an exploitative manner. Happy Tax offers self-serve options with our self-submit portal, and having a CPA check your work if you feel confident enough to try it on your own. But our full range of services with transparent upfront pricing also offers options for those who need help with these areas. No matter your proficiency with taxes and tech, Happy Tax delivers quality and convenience when it comes to your tax filing needs.